Okay, now we got that started up. Now we just let's wait for this one. Then I have to share this to not share to page groups. How do I do an extra share here? Okay, that's 71. Well, we're getting closer to our follower goal already. So yeah, let's just go here separate and just do the share from here. It's pretty much all I can really do. Okay, come on, connect there. And one more share and we will be ready to begin. This is shared. Okay, and now once we got that get that share going, let's just begin. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. I took a week off from drafting just so that I can have as much ready to start drafting Forgotten Realms, and without further ado, we're just gonna go right in there. So I'm pretty much expecting this queue to fill up very quickly. Well, that was very fast. Of course, everyone's excited to draft Forgotten Realms. My question is, am I going to know what I'm doing when we start drafting? So let's take a look at what we got. We get land as our rare, so let's see what else do we have as options. Dragons equal to the power of that card instead. Well, Dragon's Fire is always going to be solid removal, and there's 0 red here, so I'm probably going to actually just take this one. Maybe try to send a signal that red is out. We're kind of passing good stuff in. Well, Charm Sleep, Owlbear, Shocking Grass is fine. Fly is apparently really good if you go into the venture into the dungeon deck. I'm just going to start by taking this one because it's cheap removal, and you probably want some of that. Now we need to kind of decide what we're getting ourselves into. Now, from red, we have red-white, which is some equipment base. We have a Delver's Torch here. We have red-blue, which is dice rolling. We did pass quite a lot of blue. There is a dragon here that might come back late because it is 7 mana. There's a Ginny Windseer, which is dice rolling. It's also a tree. It's also a 4-mana flyer for a 4-mana 3/3 flyer. So this is probably always solid. Red green, that's kind of slightly rampy. We get a bullet which gets bigger if we can get creatures to die. And there is red black, Shambling Ghast, Baleful Beholder. I don't want to pass another Charm Sleep though. I'll take the Windseer just on early speculation. This is just where I'm feeling it. We do have a red dragon, so 6 mana 4/4 is fine. Jericho Ilagan, hey, nice to see you. How's your week? How's your adventure into the Forgotten Realms? That's always a pertinent question. We also have a Frost Giant, which is a very solid beater if we can get this far. Shortcut Seeker, early venture plays, very big backside if I must say so myself. Do I want to just take the red dragon? It cuts off red even more. No, the Boots of Speed's not really exciting. I'm gonna hope to see one of the blue cards wheels. Or actually start paying attention to other blue cards like attack other planes. Okay, Swarming Goblins is a bit late, but it's okay. Hobgoblin Captain, probably want to take one of these early. In fact, I hear that there are a good number of goblins, but I don't think there's enough to make it a really powerful one. That said, I am probably gonna take this one. I want to do some early aggro into just to keep pushing. For all intents and purposes, this is still a core set in terms of power level. Everyone's pretty much come to that conclusion. Ooh, nice. As much as I want to take Battlecry Goblin, we have a Magic Missile. Nobody says no to Magic Missile. This is both for draft purposes and for D&D purposes. Any wizard that says no to Magic Missile, they're role-playing something really good. Different, I say so myself. Got another... Okay, got another card with some dice rolling. So Faraday's Fireball, also good removal. We're starting to get quite a bit of the red cards here, so I guess we can start tacking that on. We do need to note that we have quite a bit of a high end right now. We want to be looking into cheaper cards and all that. Oh, hey, your birthday today? Happy birthday! I will not ask you how old you are, but I will wish you all the best. Yeah, mate. They say no. They like if they say no, they likely aren't playing red. Yeah, that's very true. We did pass like 2 charm sleeps back to back. Well, I see a pair of goblins. This one's actually quite fine. It's there's a sudden insight. Yeah, we're gonna go as much red as possible here. So the Ginny Windseer is speculative right now. We are not locked into red blue, though it is a die rolling card, so we are in the lookout for future die rolling cards. There's an Evolving Wilds, which is always solid. Minimus Containment is actually very good removal. I'm surprised it's here this late. There's also You Come to a River, which kind of fits our deck also. This is pick 8, so we're not going to see any of these cards again. Black seems to be underdrafted. I'm probably going to just take the Evolving Wilds to be safe, though I really want to take Minimus Containment here, to be honest. Is it going well, it really depends. It is very more possible to go monocolored here, but it's not the best idea. Like you still, because even in monocolor, there so far is not one color that is pretty much overpowering everything else. Like right now, I'm still speculating on red blue. Okay, the black is super underdrafted right now. Maybe I can go into red-black, though. Let's see. Sacrifice another creature. Actually fine with pair of goblins. Shambling Ghast, actually very good as well. Baleful Beholder's a bit on the top end here. I'm gonna take the Sepulchre Ghoul. Yeah, it looks like black is underdrafted here, so we can actually go for this. I'll take the Horde Robber here. Devour Intellect, it's fine. I think I'd rather have another Shocking Grasp. We're not really locked into either color. Yeah, Swarming Goblins came back. So, yeah, I actually think it's more possible, but no one color is capable of doing everything. Like, yeah, because we're gonna be passing a Paladin class, which is actually very good in. Like, let's see, we got Goblin, pair of Goblins, possibly even more Goblins. It's actually a very good reason to take Paladin class. We get a cheap way to go wide. That said, we are passing quite a few removal spells here. I'm probably gonna just take the Paladin class just to at least say I got a rare out of this. But I don't like the idea of signaling these bad off. You know what? You guys can have your rare. I'll take another Dragon's Fire. So, Tiger Tribe Hunter. So this one's actually fine. Deadly Dispute, not so much. Again, this time we're seeing quite a lot of blue. Arcane Investigator, not so great. Guild Thief is probably reasonable. We do have double Dragon's Fire. There is a Portable Hole, which is always very good. I'm actually going to try to gamble with the Guild Thief. Whenever you roll one or more... Okay, we got... That's a good payoff here. I would like... Dueling Rapier is also very good as a combat trick, though it's just +2/+0, but... I'm going to take the Feywild Trickster. We do have a good number of die rolling cards. Another Hunter. Soul Knife Spy is possibly okay. We do have everyone's sleeping on Minimus Containment. Or maybe I'm overvaluing it. You may sacrifice another creature. Yeah, the sacrifice another creature is probably the one part that is putting me off on Tiger Tribe in this case. It's more like a green red card. Goblin Javelineer when it comes. Well, that's a good goblin. Hoarding Ogre, another way to get card die rolling. I probably want to actually just take this one. It's not as powerful as Fanatical Firebrand from back in the day. Or I can just take the Hoarding Ogre. Let's be honest. No one, one drops are fine, but they're not exactly. Ooh, Pixie Guide. So this is a very good 2-drop. We do have another. You see a pair of goblins. We're kind of going all in on the die rolling at this point. There's also an Earth Cult Elemental, which is actually fine. It's another good top end. We are gonna hit top ends relatively easily. I'm gonna take the Pixie Guide first. Jaded Sellsword. Oh, this is good. Improvised weaponry. 2 damage to any target. Make a treasure token. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of removal. Yeah, it's still a better. Everything's better than Raging Goblin at this point. So see a guard approach. This one not so great. Null Camp is more reasonable. If we go wide, it's great. Spike Pit Trap is fine if we're not in removal colors, but we are in plenty of removal at this point. So another Null Camp. I might just take Targnar just to say I got an uncommon out of this pack. I probably don't want a second Null Camp at this point. Oh, yeah. Let me double check. Okay, so yeah, changing the settings on that one's much better, so I can actually see the text this time. So far we are solid red, but my problem here is that this is. Do I want the tree? Do I want this or do I want this? It's a 4/4 with trample, and it's still better than this one, no matter what. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, my only problem here is that this is more of a Prince format, which is. I'll take that. Which means that you want to be which means that you want to have very powerful rares, and right now I don't have any. So that's a bit of a concern. Hey, we got the Earth Cult Elemental back. So far so good. Not great, not great. Fly is probably where I'd want to be at this point. It's better than Treasure Vault. Did I just give up 3 rares? We better do very well here. Okay, the other alternative is Eccentric Apprentice, but it only gives us a 1-shot venture. It's still a flyer though, so it's actually very good. Fly is more consistent, but we need to have a creature to stick long enough. I'm actually gonna take the fly. Here. It's a card that I don't mind. When I say Prince format, it's you want powerful rares. That's what it means. A Pauper format means you want synergy over rarity. In Prince format, you want bomby rares to win most of the time. Like you can have a good synergistic deck, but if your opponent has a really powerful rare, it's very hard to catch up. That's what a Prince format means. A Pauper format means a good example of a good Pauper format would be Zendikar Rising. That one was really about synergies. Kaldheim was more about the rares. Like some certain rares would just win you the game right on the spot if it couldn't be removed immediately. That was my feeling. Strixhaven was more well, it could be a rare-driven format depending on how you bid. Well, I'm definitely taking the Plundering Barbarian here. Oh, there's another. I could also take Charmed Sleep, but we're probably going to go main red here. Yeah, Strixhaven is more of a pauper format, though some rares can make it over the top though. So it's a good balance. This one is feeling more like a Prince format right now, though I am seeing some good synergies. Oh wow, I have to decide. I don't want to decide. Well, this is going to be better more often than not. Oh, and we got another Dragon's Fire. Gotta come to the null camp. We'll take the Dragon's Fire. So we are solid on removal here. So we need to make sure our creatures stick. Oh, Evolving Wilds goes down here. So we're actually one card over right now. Hey, critical hit. How many cards do we have that rolled? I'm more inclined to take the Plundering Barbarian, but critical hit might be fine here. It's worth a shot. Kind of it is super rando though. Let's see. I do need to start clearing some things up. Like, we're probably gonna drop the Tiger Tribe Hunter. We just don't have the creature count to make it work. Got another Faraday. Find the Villain Slayer. Unfortunately, if this was best of 3, I probably would take this. I'm probably just gonna take another Faraday, though I don't think I'm going to run it. We'll see. Probably not, actually. So we got Silver Raven, Shortcut Seeker. Okay, so the comeback picks are not great at all. I might consider it the Silver Raven just to have something on this. We got an Earth. The Dueling Rapier is better as a combat trick. Do I want another Earth Cult Elemental? Probably not. Yeah, I'll take the Dueling Rapier. It is a combat trick of sorts. Okay. So it looks like everything dries up here. Oh, we got another one. Spare Dagger is an option. Okay, got the Jaded Sellsword and another Plundering Barbarian. If I have to choose between the two, it's probably the other Plundering Barbarian. And we come into a null camp again. So, gonna have to make a few decisions on what to cut here. Fly is basically speculating if we're gonna venture into the dungeon to get some advantage. It's also very good to stack on, say, the Guilty, for example. We got 2 Feywild Tricksters, so we can actually we need to do a sanity check on how many dice we're rolling. One. This attack, so 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're only rolling 5. We only got 5 shots at rolling dice. We kind of undervalued that. Anyway, Evolving Wilds comes in. We can probably cut the one Feywild Trickster. Since we don't have that many for it. That leaves us one more card to cut. Probably the critical hit because we only got 5 cards. And for the same reason, I'm only going to run one Faraday. If we're not rolling enough of that, I might swap out Faraday for any of our other cards at this point. But otherwise, we have plenty of but otherwise, we have a good amount of removal. 2 Magic Missiles, 3 Dragon's Fire, so that's 5. A Fireball, 6. 7 with improvised weaponry. So we might actually be able to take control early for the most part. So we're gonna see how things go here. I might have Now, that said, there are some creatures that are simply way too big. We only have 1 Fireball. Maybe in hindsight, I probably would have taken the second Fireball because we don't exactly have any blue removal. We're super reliant on red. But that said, this is not too bad. I can run the Pixie Guide a lot later depending on what our opponent's colors are. Forsworn Paladin. So this guy is more throwaway, so it's okay. Basically, I'm threatening to outrace. Yeah, we actually passed 3 copies of Charmed Sleep. It was a conscious decision. Like in the pack 1, pick 1. I passed the Charmed Sleep because there's too much blue. I didn't want to be fighting for blue at that point. Then I think we saw another one in pack 1 a little bit later. Then finally, pack 3, we saw another Charm Sleep. I figured we were so heavily on red that I did not want a double blue card. Opponent's actually going into multicolor. Now, if I can land the Hoarding Ogre, I might want to hold the Dragon's Fire just to see what our opponent has. I can also swing at the Hobgoblin Captain so I can decide later. Because this guy is only because our opponent's about to drop something big. That's my concern. We're also lagging on drops. I would have loved to drop Hoarding Ogre if we could. Actually, I don't want to offer the trade quite yet. So my concern is if our opponent drops something big in green, our only hope is to make our opponent block. Reaper's Talisman. Okay, that's very fine. Tiamat. Oh, you know what? I'm not so familiar with... I'm not so... Yeah, I'm not so familiar with that. Opponent plummets. That's fine. That's one card down. So, end of turn, I can probably just stack the Dueling Rapier here. Oh, Delina, Wild Mage. Okay. I think our opponent wants this... I'm actually going to give up equity by placing the Dueling Rapier on the Hobgoblin Captain. Just to force our opponent to block. If our opponent chooses not to block it, okay, that's very interesting. Then we'll see what our opponent does. There's a good chance our opponent just equips the Talisman onto Delina so they can get back up to 7. It's the follow-up drop that concerns me. Our opponents basically played like what? This is just their third creature, though in fairness that was only our second creature. Let's see. Okay, we take the drain. What did they roll? 14, so only one. Take the hit. Wait. Exile at end of combat, okay. So they didn't get a huge stack. That's a good news. The follow-up card will determine if we can catch up or not. Basically, I'm going to just drop a pair of goblins. Then hold on to the Null Camp to maybe clear away blockers. Happen onto a Glade. Return target permanent card. Okay, that's fine. They still have 2 mana. Oh. And whoo, we barely made it. And we got stuck on mana for quite some time too, so I'll take that win. So in that case, our opponent had a good rare. It's just that by the time they played it, they were technically from a behind board position. Also, they never answered our creature, which is a plus. That's very good game indeed. I'm taking that. I'm taking that. I'm going home. No, I'm not going home yet. I want to do much better. I did draft last time. That was a disaster. So I'm going to make the best out of this one. Ay ay ay. Yep. Basically, this amount of control is what cements my love for draft over sealed any day. So we're kind of control-y at this point, but we have 3 mana. I would have preferred to have a second red over a second blue, but I can't. Beggars can't be choosers. Basically, we have, well, sometime. And always be polite. Oh yeah, I'm going to probably... Ooh, Temple of the Dragon Queen. Okay, so... Yeah, Sleeping Dragon. Okay, basically it's a tap. Oh, life gain. Wait, hold on. This is white black. Okay, very weird. Wait. Okay, I tried clicking the head. Oh wait. Yeah, speaking of which, our dragon's kind of restless. Let's see what happens when you click it. Ooh, that's it? Actually, not bad. I like it. Minimus containment, so we got ourselves some ramp. So actually, So actually, we could have played Earth Cult Wandering Troubadour. At the beginning of your end step, nothing's gonna happen. Okay, now play the Soul Knife Spy. This guy's probably not gonna last. But though, to be fair, our opponent's not exactly playing removal colors. Minimus Containment does have the bad side effect of ramping your opponent, but Ginny wins here. I'm actually gonna play the Ginny first. Not so bad. Scry 1. We do kind of want another land actually. We're not gonna crack Null Camp. Also note, opponent does not have a Plummet. This is a prime target for Plummet. Opponent is playing Tree Color Super Ramp. Now our opponent could just respond, so I'm going to swing first. Yeah, he's gonna block sack, which is fine. Bull Strength. Do I just let it die? I'm actually fine with letting it die. Now, I do have another big drop. Wow. You know what? Maybe I should be careful. Maybe I should be careful with dice rolling. I am probably horrible at it. Opponent is flooding really badly. Okay, we did hit another land. 6-9. Let's do it next turn. Because I suspect our opponent's going to just play a big threat instead of removal, and we can get around it that way. So Null Camp is actually very good. And take note, we could always just pipe. Whoa! I think our opponent's done. Yeah, opponent's done for. He flooded really bad. They got the back-to-back removal, they just did not have the back-to-back threats to follow up. Okay, so yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now. That was one win more than my sealed pool last time. Though I am... If these are the rolls I'm gonna get from dice rolling, I am... Well, the good news is I'm okay with the effects, even at their absolute lowest. I just feel like my luck is gonna be so bad. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. So, okay. Evolving Wilds. We got some removal, but not much else. I'm gonna take a risk because we do get to play Red Dragon. We have a chance of playing Red Dragon very soon. Sealed Poo. Well, actually, I'll be fair with the pool. The pool itself was not bad, but it was my first it was my first taste of determining whether it was a Prince format or a Pauper format. And I got certain synergies, but 2 of the games I got blown out by rares. So it's definitely a Prince format for me. That's my opinion. I might need to play a little bit more to prove myself wrong. I would love to be wrong, actually. Okay, makes a treasure token. We make a treasure token. So if our opponent doesn't do anything significant, it's Windseer. That's significant enough to warrant a fireball, actually. Oh, nope, never mind. There's a magic missile. Yeah, definitely do not want to... Our opponent is a treasure deck based on the first 2 cards. I do not want to give them a chance to ramp. That's fine. So we're gonna just play the Windseer. Our opponent might have their own removal, so there's a chance this does not stick, but... Hey! So... no mana immediately, so maybe the Rapier is not so great. I am willing to keep Null Camp because that one's always good. I'm not going to put Fly on this one. Our opponent is playing removal colors. Wait, there's a chance for a 3rd color. Let's see if our opponent has a response to this. Also note that the Fireball is instant, so that is something to consider. So there's actually a good reason for me to hold back. Because at least I know the dragons for the most part are just 4/4s or 5/5s, the uncommon ones. The mythic ones are the big problem. Oh, looks like is our opponent stuck? Hold on, what does this guy do? Deals combat damage, create a treasure token. Yeah, let them create a treasure token. I want to see more of what our opponent can do. Let's hope I'm not going to regret this. Place. So they got 7 mana. Oh, Black Dragon would kill this guy. Oh, no, it's just Silvery Moon. So we're not gonna do Fireball because this has Ward 1. But we can do Magic Missile and not pay for the ward. Because there should be... So cancel. Wait, no, it should... Sorry. Target. Submit. Submit. Resolve. Because it can't be countered, it will bypass ward. Technically, it should ask me if I want to pay. Deadly Dispute. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's another way around it. Decline. Now, technically, I could have just put the fly on this one. I probably should because I don't exactly have any real responses at this point. I'm really holding up the fireball. Opponent is really ramping. My concern is that they've holding on to 5 cards and have done nothing. Wanty Fangblade. Okay. What's this? More Venture. Okay, that's fine. So now I'm actually willing to drop the red dragon. Hold on. Yeah, it feels like a waste. You get value from... I would have gotten value from the venture at least, but right now the value of venture is like you want to at least venture 2 or 3 times to get 1 card's worth. So I'm actually going to just play the red dragon. I'm going to play the red dragon now. My concern is, I might have preferred playing Earth Cult Elemental, but this has Death Touch. I'm never going to block anyway. And now I'm threatening lethal in the air. This if our opponent has removal, it'll force them to actually play some. I'm actually not gonna even block because let's see, most of the removal here is like 2 to 3. This is the only one that would hit it. If they had the fireball, they would have fired it off immediately. So scry 1. So scry 1 is what we call desperation. Okay, they get another venture. They might actually be able to let's see. Damage to each opponent. Makes a treasure token. Okay, do they have another drop? It'll be interesting if they did. Nope, they did not. So yeah, debuffed. That's fine. Well, wait. Manticore, flash flying when it enters the battlefield is... Hold on, he didn't actually deal damage. Fireball for the win. Fireball's always good. It was good back in alpha. I like this version too. It's still good now. And with that, we make it to gold. Okay, so we have to mental note that yeah, black has flash flyers. They do have a few flash creatures. I wouldn't be surprised there. Yeah, boom goes the dynamite. So far, yeah, I'm feeling I'm feeling hyped right now. Though now the real test begins. We're finally playing at gold level. This is why I like being mostly red, so at least I have an idea what to be in. We do have 2 drops to work with. I would prefer at least 1 more mana down the line. But we have a plan. It starts with a captain. Shambling Gas. Ironically, I'm still gonna play the captain. I'm probably not gonna block this. In fact, I might encourage our opponent to play removal on this guy. More often than not, I think our opponent's probably gonna smartly just snipe this. Okay, that's fine. So let's take note. This is only damage. It doesn't do exile effects, so yeah, this effect's gonna still be a thing. I'm probably still gonna have to swing with this just to get the trade out of the way. Yes, we give our opponent the treasure. It's not ideal. But I can't just leave this guy hanging back, sniping this, sniping these goblins. If it's sacrifice fodder... Yeah, no, Shambling Gas is actually very good. It goes beyond sacrifice fodder. The create the treasure token is a very good part of it. But this is gonna be one of the cards that we're gonna be looking... Ooh. So, oh wait, we have a Dragon's Fire. So I probably should have played it first, because our opponent now has a chance to go into a dispute with it. No, okay, that's fine. So much for that backstory. So considering our position, we're gonna play Barbarian and make our own treasure token. Then this way it opens up Faraday. Makes a treasure token. Play a cheap creature, please. Nope. That's fine. We could actually play Hoarding Ogre right now. But Kalane is too dangerous to leave alive. My only concern is our opponent has a pump effect. That would ruin our plans here. Okay, no pump effect. I'll take that. We are still in very big trouble. Our opponent power word kill. That's... Hey, if they spend the power word kill on the Barbarian, I'm fine with it. Finally, hit the mana. So, which do I land first? Faraday or Hoarding Ogre? I'm probably gonna play the Hoarding Ogre first. I would not be surprised if our opponent has more removal like this. Actually, now that I said that, I probably should have played Faraday first. Is this Faraday? Tit for tat. Yeah, welcome. Though we just have a bigger volume of it in red. So we're gonna go into combat. Let's see if our opponent has... Okay. 1, 2... Come on. 20... Okay. One's fine. One's fine. It actually gives us red dragon. So I can't complain too much. And actually, I want to now play the... I want to now play this guy. It might incentivize our opponent to snipe either of these two now. Yeah, there's their pair of goblins. There's a Grim Bounty on. Okay, that's fine. And a Hobgoblin Captain. And we got the concession magic missile for the win. That was very mean, but I'll take it. Sorry, there's only 3 targets. There we go, magic missile. Actually, whenever I would play D&D games, at least, I played Baldur's Gate. I played Icewind Dale, though I got stuck at some point. The one I finished is Neverwinter Nights and Neverwinter Nights 2. Definitely, whenever I made the wizard character, always had access to evocation spells. That's pretty much where the magic missile's at. Again, with the black-red. Also, the nice thing about having these cheap creatures is if our opponent is playing this color suite, they're going to burn it on these guys immediately. Well, not this case. They might be waiting for me to drop something else. There's a dungeon map. There was a dungeon map. Yeah, so it looks like... Yeah, going back to the question if mono is viable, I would say it is viable, but more often than not, you want to still have a secondary color to cover some of your weaknesses. Ooh, that's a gelatinous cube. XL target now. Hold on. Dissolve. Okay. So I'm actually gonna swing first. Okay, he's just gonna take it. So we're gonna actually play the Fire Dead now. Opponent's probably gonna just dissolve this guy. There's nothing wrong if we take the damage, so we're actually gonna just take. I'm curious to see what our opponent's follow-up drops are. Will we be able to use improvised weaponry? Will they have burn? Hold on, let me reread this one. Put target exiled into its owner's graveyard. Skullport Merchant. Okay, that's a big blocker. I'm still gonna swing with these two guys though. Sacrifice another creature. Power word kill. That's... I'm actually fine with that. So... I'm gonna play the Pixie Guide first for no good reason. Swing up against the Merchant. Let's get the block. Come on. Yeah, get the block. Improvised weaponry. Let's make sure to hit the correct target. We have to be careful with arena shifting things around. So we have access to Earth Cult Elemental. I'm probably gonna just end up sacrificing. Yeah, we're just taking the early hits now. There's a fly. Let's save that. So I'm actually going to swing first. Because there's a good chance I might end up just sacking one of these creatures if I roll low. Now, our opponent could have another power word kill, which would be very disappointing. Actually, no, I'm probably just going to end up sacking this. Come on, good roll. Good roll. Opponent's probably gonna sacrifice a land though. Oh, is he deciding if he wants to dissolve it just in case he wants to sack the cube? Technically, it's not non-land. You can sack a land, but our opponent is stuck on mana that they might reconsider that idea. Yep, he's dissolving that. He's considering sacking the cube. And apologies to our opponent if you're not strictly a he. Feign death. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh wow, so what's this? Target creature. Ooh wow, it actually makes it bigger. And he gets to engulf this guy. So that's actually a very good combo. So he now gets to dissolve this one. We're now taking a bit with a bigger beating now. Ugh. Yeah, this is what I was saying about Prince format. Like, if we were able to snipe this, it's all well and good, but our opponent being able to hold on to this is going to be a problem. I'm probably going to just run the Hoarding Ogre, hold back the Pixie Guide. There's a Soul Knife Spy, but we're going to run the Hoarding Ogre. If our opponent has the removal that these colors suggest, we're probably... So I'm actually going to hold back. We're going to just throw the Pixie under the bus. We can't afford to take any more damage at this point. We need one of our fireballs. Also, I need to also double check dungeons. How do I double check dungeons? Drider. Oh no, it has reach. I have to make a horrible decision. But yeah, landing the rare is gonna kill us here. So then again, I have to take the damage. My hope is that this guy can survive long enough to stay, but it might not mean much. Our opponent could have their own improvised weaponry or something else. Critical hit. Yeah, that's good game. And they have the Dragon's Fire. Yeah, they were sandbagging they were sandbagging holding it up. That was a very good one, I would say. So we can't win them all, but it did prove my point. So I'll take that. That's fine. I'll complain about the... Well, it's not really about complaining about it. Like, I know some people who love Prince formats where the rares are super high powered. I personally do not fall in that camp. I really don't like that. I much prefer the synergistic drafts. Because like, how many rares are you realistically going to have in your draft pool? One example of this was when we had Khans of Tarkir Fate Reforged. That format was... Actually, Prince is probably not a good name for it anymore. It's really a king format at that point, because it was almost always correct to take the rare or mythic at that point from your pack 1. Actually, there was never a point where taking the rare was wrong because all the rares were that good. Here, not so much. We did pass a few rares. That's why I'm kind of slightly disappointed. I'm willing to keep this one. We're super late in gameplay, but yeah, I'm already starting to be down on Fly at this point. I'm probably going to cut this on the next run. I would much rather have another creature at this point, or even another creature at this point. Yeah, the Fly is... It's kind of like... It's speculation into venturing, but we're not exactly built to venture. Wizard class. Okay, not so great. I would have preferred this to be another red source, but we'll take it as it is. Opponent probably just cracks this, draws 2 cards. So our opponent is super control. Well, we got a Hobgoblin Captain. I'm actually gonna avoid putting the Fly until later. I'm expecting our opponent to... So far it's mono blue. I want to see what their second color is. Okay, blue-white. So this is a dungeoneering deck. So they get a scry 1. We do have an out against this though, so it's not too bad. And hey, we got our set. So first venture in... Oh, so first venture... since our opponent is into... Pandalhaver... I would love to do this one. Yeah, let's go big. Opponent probably has some removal. Minimus containment, that's fine. We steadfast paladin, that's fine too. So probably gonna run this one first because this is some sorcery speed. We're eventually gonna have to land a Hoarding Ogre soon, though we do have the mana for that. Actually, I probably want to land this. No, we'll land the Hoarding Ogre first. If our opponent just levels this up, okay, Hoarding Ogre it is. Pretty much the plan is to just get an. So Moonblessed Cleric gets an enchantment, most likely Minimus again. No, Arborea Pegasus. Flying, but that does nothing. Interesting enough. Choose an additional cost. Oh, hold on. If you're revealed, deals damage equal to the power of that card or creature instead. So we instead of dealing 3, it would be dealing 4. Well, it's kind of irrelevant here. Come on. 2 tokens, that's fine. And we can... So we definitely have Red Dragon next turn. Soul Knife Spy. Opponent's down. Devoted Paladin. Slightly off timing. So I could swing with the Hoarding Ogre first, get this one to block. Let's tempt our opponent. Another 2 tokens. Let's see our opponent blocks. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. No respect for Magic Missile. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cash it in. Then watch our opponent have another Minimus containment. Oh no! So I'm actually gonna just play the Ginny Windseer now. Scry 1. I don't think I want the mountain at this point. I want gas already. Does our opponent have it? They might have something. They might have something. Okay, they had something. So, but they're gonna need to have something for this guy as well. Yep, we got there. Yeah, Magic Missile's an all-star. Yeah, my speculation on red on that pack 1 pick 1 is paying off. It doesn't always pay off though, so buyer beware. There are chances where that fails, but I'll take it for what I'll take this one for what it is. We're at 5 wins already, which is above average for me. For me, my average is considered 4 wins. But we're doing relatively well, all things considered. So Slow. I'll keep it. I'll be concerned if I see red or white because that's super fast. Well, green is also a concern as well. I really should cut the fly. Like, how many times did we venture into the dungeon? Once? Yeah, no, venturing to dungeon is good, but you have to really build around it. A single fly is not gonna cut it. And I don't think I'm gonna make a goblin's fly at this point either, so we might... The barbarian... I might make the barbarian fly though. To our home champion. So this is probably white-red, so it's not good news for us. So I'm actually going to hold back on the goblins. Ooh, white-red. Yeah, it's evasion at best. That's a very good point. But then again, most of my creatures are either average or already flying. Okay, please don't tell me you have the shield. No, that's good. Priest of Ancient Lore. Okay, that's fine. So, time to offer the trade. Nope. Hoarding Ogre. Okay, based on this build, I'm pretty sure there's a piece of... we're gonna be seeing something like a +2 mace somewhere down the line. So having Plundering Barbarian's good. How many I guess for this kind of build you... Oh, Dragon's Fire. Okay, fine. Fine. Monsters. There is a +2 mace. I see an argument for letting our opponent equip. Yeah, I think I want to actually let our opponent equip. Okay, get Scry 2. Okay, we definitely want this up top. So I'm actually gonna hold the token back. I'm basically probably looking for magic missile. Yeah, most of the time it's magic missiles. Dragon's Fire is second best. Fireball is also probably good at this point. I would not be surprised if... No, in this matchup, they're more likely to be... Okay, what was for Pegasus instead? Do I trade? Probably not. Take the hit. And at this point, I'm not gonna wait for our opponent to change the plans. I'm not gonna wait for our opponent to equip it anymore. Still gonna hold the token back though. Yeah, we'll probably make the... Look, magic missiles of their own makes sense. Ooh, there's a dragon. So I guess we're probably gonna make the cultist fly. I don't like us having to sack, but no choice. We'll sack a land. They'll sack a land. They'll dome us for another 4. Our best hope is to just fly the Earth Cult Elemental and either race or... Oh, come on. Please don't tell me you have the enchantment. Gonna take the hit for now. Also... Yeah, he had the enchantment. Monsters. Okay, at least we don't dome ourselves this time. And you know what? They might have a removal spell, but we'll chance it. So what do we want? We probably want to start... Yeah, we probably want this one. So opponent's now incentivized to snipe this guy, so this would mean we've only dungeoned twice. Well, ventured twice. Hey, Scott, how are you? Your seal didn't go best when tree. Well, yeah, sealed is usually a mixed bag. I'm not really Hey, you did better than I did. I went 1 tree. I would say that definitely with regards to sealed, I only do it just once because it's so random. Opponent has their magic missile. Now it's whoever hits their top deck first. I could wait for them to have another equipment, but wait. Oh, they have Bruner. Okay, so if they have equipment, we have problems here. I need the Guild Thief to hit a few times, just to get this one to go through. They do have equipment, and it's whenever it attacks. So, oh wow, that's an auto block. They might actually go for life loss here because they're more likely to beat us. Oh, they went for Scry. Okay. Depending, if we hit the creature, I'm actually probably gonna just swing with the Guild Thief. Never mind. They have the Paladin, and I think this is over. Yeah, this guy's... Well, it's actually not too over. I'm actually going to activate, pay a bit. I'm going to just cash, do a quick swing with this one just to set up some, just to get something in. But for all intents and purposes, yeah, this is kind of... Wow, that's actually very... Probably could go. Oh wow, they're gonna grow this one. Good use of the cleric effect, and they have a token to match. Yeah, that's good game. Opponent caught up in the end. Like, how much of our removal did we hit? Not much. We only hit 2 of our removal spells this time, so it's okay. We're still doing relatively well above average, so I can't complain that much. That said, I think Fly is gonna go. Like, Fly is very good if your opponent has no removal, but I'm pretty sure almost everyone knows to actually place removal at this point. Problem is, what would I put in? Spare Dagger? Critical hit might be interesting. Wait, there's a kick down the door. Kick in the door, put a +1/+1 on target creature. The +1/+1, the venture is not so great. It's only a one-shot. You want to have it repeatable like this. The critical hit might be relevant. The null camp might also be relevant. This is a pump effect, essentially, for the most part. Okay, I could do another big one with Tiger Tribe Hunter just to have an additional creature. Yeah, we probably need an additional creature. Actually, Feywild Trickster is fine as an additional creature, although... What's our color slant? 518. Yeah, I think Feywild Trickster is still fine. There's an argument for Shocking Grasp as well. So finally, we'll see if we actually get payoffs with dice rolling. Most of the dice rolling cards are one-offs that are either instants or sorceries. The repeatable creatures are few and far between. Opponent goes Silver Raven. Well, we can snipe that. So I'm actually going to just run the Captain first, since we have an alternate way of sniping this guy. Opponent goes Blue-White. We take the hit. I actually want to play this... Okay, I'm actually going to swing first, just in case they have a flash creature. I'm not too familiar with... Okay, they don't. So I'm actually going to play the Soul Knife Spy first. Let's give them some... Let's encourage them to... If they have a Minimus Containment, I want them to use it right about now. Come to a river. Okay, that's fine. it basically just set me back a turn, but it's they get to venture one shot. Still a flyer though. Oh, they're holding back now. Okay, so we only get to cast one spell no matter what. So we're gonna snipe the Raven, so if they block, it's gonna have to be with the Apprentice. Yeah, they chose not to block. Which means they probably have a way to pump this. Well, Evolving Wilds, Leather Armor. That's actually fine. That's actually fine. We have the Dragon's Fire. We can just pay the ward cost. It's a good thing they also prompt now so that we're aware of any of such triggers. I think they're deciding to pump. Oh, return. Okay. Resolve. Resolve. Now we get to decline. We can now play Soul Knife Spy and swing for even more action. Well, we're still not going to be able to hit with Fireball, but we got our opponent back on the ropes, so... Okay, there's a Silver Raven. This equips for free. My best bet is probably to bolt to Fireball whichever one does... Oh, they have a token too. Still the same. Whichever one they do not protect. That's a weird one to protect. Because I can just make these two guys unable to block. Because this, yeah, I like to play this, but it feels like... So I'm offering... Oh, and we get Pack Tactics. So this actually has First Strike. So probably blocks the Soul Knife Spy so I don't draw a card. Yeah, I think they protected the wrong creature. Like if they protected the Eccentric Apprentice... No, opponent concedes there. That's good. Next game, probably gonna be our... You know, next game's definitely our last one. We already lost twice now. Yeah. I'm still bitter about my sealed pool. Like, it had potential, but the thing is... It's kind of like real life. Don't assume you're the best. There's always gonna be someone that's better than you. Like in my case, there was a better sealed pool than mine. Like there was the black red rare that with the right amount can wipe out all your small creatures. Ugh. This is I could wait for another land, but I have the saying that if your game plan is draw a land, that's not a game plan. I'm gonna take a risk and mulligan. That's better. So we probably have to give up Fireball. Oh, I definitely got my gems back here this time. This is in that last sealed, I would say I got I played a sealed pool and I got these cards to show for it. So I'm actually gonna hold this back. I think their fight spell is 4 mana, so I am technically safe to just play Hobgoblin Captain. I might be wrong though. Basically, I want to see what their follow-up play is. I'm gonna eat the hit. If their follow-up play is another 2, yeah, if it's another 2-drop like that, we're gold. Then. Oh yeah, improvised weaponry is actually... I think this is a monk skill, if I'm not mistaken. It's a monk feat, if I'm... Anyway, let's see. Our opponent's stuck at 2 mana. Not good. That said, I'm going to hold back. Let's see. I think they have Bull Strength. Yep. No, I think the bigger oops is that you're still stuck at 2. I'm gonna be concerned if you hit your 3rd land because... Okay, let's just keep pushing, guys. Oh, come on. Have mercy on me. I know that it's a captain, but... Is our captain gonna go all the way? Like, I'm down to 1 removal spell. If I keep drawing lands at this point, I might not get back. It's kind of like I'm willing my opponent to please concede. Get out. Well, thank you. Hey, we got the concession there. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. If your game plan... Well, let's do an analysis on our opponent. View the battlefield. Our opponent had 2/2 drops, had Bull Strength as a follow-up. They actually... Their keep was reasonable. In our case, we had 0 plays, so we really had to mulligan. In their case, they had plays. They even had the Bull Strength follow-up, so their keep was more reasonable. It just so happened it did not line up with them. So I definitely got my gems back. They were mana screwed. It happens. Sometimes it could be mitigated, but the temptation of having 4 turn 2 plays, as in 4 cards that you only need to cast 2 mana and you have the 2 mana already, that's a big temptation. I understand why our opponent kept it. It just wasn't on their side. Anyway, that was a very good episode of the Magic Arena Run. So, to those who are watching, if you haven't liked or subscribed, or in this case, if you haven't liked the page, like the page or do so. Let me know that you're around. I really could appreciate your support, guys. I'm very grateful, Jericho. Yeah, thanks for the peep into, but yeah, very nice to have someone to talk to, someone to follow the adventure along. Yeah, like when you play RPGs, I understand. Like on computer, it's fun if you're following the story, but the true joy of RPGs is, and D&D is when you're playing with your friends. Hey, yeah, the mythic dragons are what I'm talking about with respect to the ones that are gonna really blow you out. But we're hitting very good rares at least this time. What can I say? Oh, Battlecry Goblin. I heard some people are doing like a Goblin Whack version of the deck. It's not quite the same, but I think there might be some promise. Got another Paladin class. Oh yeah, did I actually... I don't think I drafted a single rare. Wait, no, I might have taken a rare. No, even the Paladin class I skipped. I don't think I took a rare at all. You know what? My comments on this being a Prince format might actually be mistaken already. Well, we'll see. It so happened that we had a very good synergistic early play, so I'm still thinking about it. But overall, there's still a lot more to explore about this format. But yeah, definitely still has core set vibes. And I wish you guys all the best in your future adventures. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.